Judgment and the Knight of Swords. Someone wants to tell you something. Let's see what it is. Queen of Wands. Okay, yeah. So far, so good for you. I mean, the Knight of Swords, he's swiftly moving in and swinging his sword, basically laying down the truth. The Knight of Swords has been judging himself on you, and he kind of is looking at you in such a way, like the Queen of Wands, in a very fiery way, let's say. He's like, wow, 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 wow. Hold up. You know, like, who is this? Who's that? Kind of feeling. I think he's judging himself over that because of some reason he's holding back and judging himself for it. We'll find out. Why the Judgment card? Hierophants. Judgment and the Hierophant. I think he's astounded by how much he's fallen for you and without really even knowing you. The Hierophant is about him wanting to just kind of give up the dating game without even trying it out. It's like test driving a car. And, you know, like when you first buy a new car and the salesperson's like, do you want to test drive it? And he's like, no, I don't even want to. I already know that I want it. So I think he's kind of almost judging himself over his feelings of how much he has for you as the Queen of Wands. She's very attractive, the Queen of Wands. You know, she's the type of girl that walks in a room or walks by on the street and will turn heads. Not in like a skanky way, you know, where it's just like some slutty girl that's not wearing any clothes. It's like a refined woman that is attractive, but has class. She's the queen. She doesn't need to show off to get attention. She's beautiful, even in her garb, like she's covered and she's beautiful. This gets the Knight of Swords attention because he's all about air energy. He's all about speaking the truth, saying the truth, talking. He's a very good talker. He's very good at evaluating things mentally. He might be a little bit younger than the Queen. He's a knight, but not too much off. But he's judging himself over the fact that he wants to either just be with you without even knowing it. I mean, without even knowing you, really, just like looking at you and having love at first sight kind of vibes, or even getting married to you. You know, the Hierophant is about marriage. It's about it also could be a large group, you know, basically telling a large group of people like this she's mine. She's mine. That's it. Like, that's basically what I'm getting from this. And I think as someone who's so stuck in their head as a Knight of Swords, he's obviously going to be like, am I feeling all right? Did I smoke something without knowing? You know, like, am I hallucinating? Am I acting wildly? Am I, you know, he doesn't really do things without thinking about it a lot. So it's almost catching him off guard about how much he's attracted to you and how much he wants his future with you. He's judging himself over it, basically. That's funny. What else? Who is this Knight of Swords? What is he thinking? The Empress and the Two of Pentacles popping out. So, you definitely fit well together. They see a long-term thing with you, with the Empress and the Two of Pentacles. It's kind of like, yeah, this is how I want to build my life. This is the type of person or the type of woman, you know, that I want to be with. And that's it. Like, they already know. They just know when they know it, and they know it. Like, they can't even explain it to themselves. I think that's why they're judging themselves so hard. It's kind of just like, well, I don't usually act like this, and this is not how I usually think about things. It's like his heart is overriding his brain, the Hermit. The thing is that he has been thinking a lot about this situation, but it's not about whether or not he likes you. It's about how he's thinking about this, because he doesn't usually go with his heart. He goes with his brain. You know, like he thinks about things a lot. So as the Hermit, he's been to himself with all of this because he's evaluating what's going on with him. It's not really about you. It's about how could this be? How am I thinking like this? This doesn't usually happen like this for me. I don't know what's going on. Am I feeling, you know, like, am I feeling all right? They're kind of really like in their own head and staying to themselves. They haven't spoken a word about this to you. But they're going inward really deep with themselves on if they're just hallucinating or they're making up a story, or if this is something that is just psychically given to them. Sometimes when you don't know the answer, you have to cut yourself off, go inward, like a very scorpionic energy of like, okay, well, I need to think, and I can't be distracted by anybody. I'm gonna go in my little hole, you know, and be a hermit for a little bit, and until I figure this out for myself, without any distractions, without people telling me what to do, think, feel, all of that. And they're really evaluating themselves with this because they see in front of them basically what they've been dreaming of, wanting, you know, like basically, you know, if he was ever thinking of someone to marry in the past, this Queen of Wands, this Empress kind of energy is exactly who he'd want. So as soon as he sees it walking down the street, or as soon as he sees it in real life, he's just like, whoa, you know, like, dreams can come true. Like, he almost can't believe it for himself. So this is a little short read. Someone has basically fallen for you at first sight, and they're all shook up about it. It's kind of like I'm All Shook Up by Elvis, that song. It's a silly song, but it's basically like that. Like, you just shook up someone's world just by existing, and now they're just trying to evaluate if this is all real and if they should do something about it. Because they're just kind of evaluating it themselves inside. So let's just see if there's any kind of answer to that. Will this person speak? Will this person come forward anytime soon to this Empress, to this Queen of Wands? Will this knight present his sword to this queen? Oh my God. Yeah, I think so. We've got 1111, the Four of Wands. Happy families, reunion, coming home, celebration, surprises. It's about love. It's about teamwork, community, family making, success. But it's really truly about a happy family. This is about marriage. This is a lot about marriage and your forever. This person is going to come forward and say something. We have the Hierophant and the Four of Wands in this little teeny read. This guy has a bad, and he's all shook up for you.